All right, guys, so today is the last time we're in the gym until we hit the stage. We had a little bit more carbs, so we're carbing up a little bit harder today. We might pull back tomorrow, so this might be like the biggest day, let's say, depending on what the look looks like tomorrow morning. Now the workout, very simple. It's not really a workout, to be honest. There's just a couple exercises just to get some blood in there. We'll do some posing, and that's it. That's pretty much it. It's just to shuttle the carbs, make sure that we're getting them in the areas where, for me, like let's say for my chest, my arms, so those are things that we want to make sure that we're shuttling the carbs in. We only have 2 meals in now, so all the meals are going to come pretty much after the workout, which is going to be pretty much the best way to do this. And then we're going to registration. So today's registration, we're going to be seeing all the guys, meeting up with everyone, shaking some hands, registering for the show, right? Doing the weigh-in and everything. So it's going to be a fun day. It's going to be a relaxed day pretty much. Once the workout is done, it's just, making sure that we stay calm, we, relax throughout the day, and we do what we need to do, all right? Now there's no one today. Everyone's competing tomorrow, so the only guys that are competing on Saturday are the open guys. So everyone else is not training today because they're competing tomorrow. So that's why the gym's so empty. Yeah, so we'll do an incline press. My upper chest is kind of what we want to try to fill out as much. So we'll do a lot of reps, like 15 maybe, 15, 20. I'm excited. I'm not nervous. I'm excited. I just want to do well, show what I have, and what's cool is that it's a big show that kind of developed in the last week, because there was only supposed to be 11 guys, and now we have 22 or 24 guys that are in, so it's shaping up to be the biggest show of the year. So it's really fucking cool, for me. It's like my pro debut. It's my way to show myself and kind of see where I stand. So no matter where I land, it's just present a physique that's good enough so that people can actually know who I am, and now make a name for myself for the next year. When you come in, people already know who you are. They've seen you on stage next to other people, and they can recognize the improvements you made, right? But yeah, no, it's excitement. I don't even have pressure on myself. I know a lot of podcasts or stuff like that have spoken about the guys and their predictions and all that kind of stuff, which is cool. For me, just to be a part of a conversation, it's cool. But I don't have expectation for myself. I just want to do well, and well doesn't necessarily mean placing. It means nailing my peak, and and if we don't nail it, then Texas is going to be another chance for me to get a better look. So. Yeah, it's going to be we're just starting, really. There's another full week where we're going to be doing this. So it's going to be really fucking cool. And I'm happy that Nick is here. I'm happy my girl's here to do it with me. And they've been great the whole trip. And honestly, so that we can film everything too and show you guys everything that's going, everything we're doing. Is also really valuable as well, and it's souvenirs for me too, to look back and see what was my first year as a pro, So yeah, no, it's really it's all fun at this point. The work is done. This is literally my last workout, so there's nothing left to do after. Just eat, wait, make some adjustments, but it's just after that you display your physique and see what all the work you've done throughout this these years and just those like 20 weeks that we did, just show it off now. There's no point in like stressing for nothing, you know. At this point, there's nothing else you can do. You're not going to add muscle. You're not even going to get in better condition. It's just nailing your peak, you know.
Que je suis bien très gênée pour la caméra.
Quoi? You know? We'll see how much I weigh in at the weigh-in. We're gonna film all that. Yeah.
Because it's different on every scale.
It's different on every scale, and it's also not a fasted weight. Because we had a little bit of food, and we're gonna have a little bit more food. But it's gonna be accurate to last time I weighed in, because even technically in the amateurs you weigh in the day before. So I'm supposed to be heavier even. But usually when you weigh in, it's not, let's say, the first meal of the day, it's not on an empty stomach, and you started carbing up at that point. So, especially in the open. In Classic, it's a little bit different. But for me, even when I turned pro in the super heavyweights, so I didn't have a weight class. So I had started carbing up before. So it's gonna be pretty accurate in terms of seeing what's the weight difference between now and when I turned pro. When I turned pro, I think I was 279.5, something like that, like almost 280. So we'll see. We'll see where I weigh in at this one. All right, that's it for today. You got enough. We're gonna go do some posing, and we're gonna go to weigh-in. So what you guys are gonna see next, weigh-in. We're gonna be here, Ola.
How's it going? Yeah, really good. I'm gonna go check into the Airbnb now. I'll catch up with you later. Hey, it's good to see you. What's up, buddy? Yeah.
Justin, you're doing open and body. 7:31. Signature right here. The date is 7/31/25.
Okay, so it's athletes only. I'm not able to get in the door. So yeah.
Yeah, so check-in is done. Weighed in at about 308. I think it's inflated a little bit, but you know, I had my shoes on and everything, but I just wanted to check what it looks like. So got our stuff, got our pictures, the music has been sent as well, so we're all set. We're just waiting to see when the meeting starts, and then after that we're gonna just go back home, chill, and see what we're gonna do in terms of the last 2 meals. And after that, that's it. And tomorrow's gonna be the timing and everything. Tomorrow's really like, we're not doing much, so yeah.
Did you meet anyone cool?
Did I mean cool people?
Meet
people,
cool
people are chill. People are nice. I saw John La Rosa was there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, other than that,
We met Derek.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't talk to anyone really.
He's nice.
That I don't think we have, but it sounded good, so I wanted to try it. Usually lemon is not, companies usually don't nail this flavor, so I'm kind of curious to know if it's going to be good. Peanut butter, that one I tried. It's fucking awesome. It's in my top 2, if not top 1. It's really good. This is also what happened?
Birthday cake?
Yeah, birthday cake, yeah. And this is the special editions, which is what's cool with Flavor Gang, is that sometimes they come up with like flavors that they just get out and then, you know, it does a time, whatever. So those are the strawberry wafers.
Oh
So
my God.
yeah, so I don't know how he comes up with these flavors, man. But so I ordered 5 of these just so at least I could have the quantity of 1 bag, you know. So I ordered a bunch of these. I don't know if it's gonna be good. I just wanted to try it. So, you know, on the next time I do cream of rice, I'll have a little bit. And those are kind of all teasers because I only got 1 of each. But other than the peanut butter, I kind of had a feeling I was gonna like it. And I did.
You want to do it like do you have to eat cream of rice right now?
No.
Fuck.
No, I'll do
a taste test.
I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll try one of these. Peanut butter, I've done it already. So I did the taste test on the peanut butter, and it ranks, like I said, compared to the brownie batter, it's really comparable. Not comparable in taste, but like it's really close in terms of like, I would put it second just because brownie batter is awesome, but I would probably say it like, it would probably be like a close second. What's she doing? Yeah, so that's it. So that's the US order.
Yo, I can't wait to try one of these. Look at that.
This one's awesome as well. Not as lost as usual. Crackberry, also awesome. It was second. Honestly, crackberry was second, but I think I put peanut butter in front of it now. Brownie batter, they all taste awesome, but then when you want to make your own flavors, you can mix them together. So I did, like this week I did the brownie with the peanut butter, which is kind of like a Reese type combo. I also did the peanut butter with the strawberry, which is kind of like a peanut butter and jelly type flavor, and it tastes exactly what you would think it would taste. That's exactly what it tastes like. And what else did I do? Yeah, I did the brownie with the French toast. I don't remember. And probably, you know what? The cream pie probably mixed really well with all of them too. So, but yeah, so that's it. So you can combine them. You can just eat them as they are. They're awesome. So this is the full brand pretty much. I think there's one, I think the pineapple I don't have.
Code JS10
Code
Canada?
JS10 for the Canadian website of Flavor Gang. So if you guys are interested, get yours. It's not, look, I'm even excited talking about it. It's not, I'm not just trying to promote something. I signed with the company because they were so great on quality, and the taste is awesome. The texture is awesome as well. So for prep, it just removes all the cravings you might have in prep. And in the off season, when you're eating all that food, well, now it's a lot easier to eat a lot of food when it tastes great, right? And there's so many varieties of flavor, and it's not like one flavor tastes good. They all taste good. So then when you get bored of one, you just go to the other, or you mix them together. Like, so yeah, honestly, really happy with this company. And if you guys want your own, and also they have sauces. I don't have the sauces here because I wanted to, at this point I'm like, I'm obsessed with the cream of rice, but they also have no calorie sauces as well. So if you guys want to like purchase some of those, they're on the website, on the Canadian and on the American website as well. So that's it, guys. So
Just
meal number 5. So we're pulling back the carbs a little bit. It was about 304 when we got back to the Airbnb. So we're gonna pull it back a little bit. We'll see after a meal, and then maybe tonight we'll see if we have to adjust higher, lower. At this point, it's kind of like every meal we're gonna adjust every time. And tomorrow we'll see where we wake up. If we wake up lighter and much tighter, then we might keep going with the carbs tomorrow. If not, we might pull it back. We'll see. Like right now, I actually went down to that's the way the weight fluctuates so much. Like when we got here, I was like 302. Sorry, 304.2. I did like a little check-in thing, just disimposing, and then like half an hour like went on, and now I'm 303. So the weight really fluctuates a lot in the day. So it's always about maintaining like that fullness. And like when I'm looking at videos, it's like you want to make sure you're full, but you don't want to like etch out some details as well, right? So you want to kind of like fine tune where your sweet spot is, because like I could obviously be fuller, but then did that take away a little bit of detail, and is that worth it? So it's balancing the two. And then if you're too flat, yeah, you're going to have a ton of detail, but you're not going to pop as much. So we're trying to find exactly the spot where I'm really like hitting it good. I think like yesterday I woke up, I was like 297.4. This morning I was like 297.8, and it's hard to say, but like I think maybe we could be a little bit tighter. It's really hard to say, but we'll see. Like we'll adjust, and then after that, if we need to use something to flush out some water, we will, to like clean it out a little bit tomorrow, and we might not need to. It's very, very day by day. Not even at this point, it's meal by meal. So we're gonna adjust accordingly, depending on what the look looks like.
Je sais pas, j'ai pris le risque. Ça a valu la peine finalement. Justin m'a donné une sensation de comme protection, comme qu'il allait être toujours là pour moi, puis il allait me faire sentir bien, puis jusqu'à là, tout ça va bien. Premièrement, c'est la première fois que j'avais fait ça. Ça, c'est la première fois, j'avais jamais vu quelqu'un de même, puis pour moi, c'était complètement différemment. Depuis qu'on s'est rencontrés, même en off-season, sa façon d'être, c'est pas la façon d'être de quelqu'un normal, mettons. Puis c'est difficile parce que au début, il me mettait beaucoup dans la tête, ça va être rough, ça va être vraiment difficile, mon humeur, ça va changer. Il me mettait ça comme si ça allait être catastrophique. En parlant de la prep, ouais. Moi, dans ma tête, j'étais comme, oui, je vais aller avec ça, c'est très facile, facilito, pas de problème. Puis quand la prep a commencé, au début, c'était bien. Il y avait pas... Cette prep-là, selon lui, ça a été vraiment la plus facile. Moi, j'ai pas vu plus dur que ça. C'est la première prep que je vois avec quelqu'un. Puis, je vois que là, quand je reviens du voyage, parce que moi, je me suis allée au Mexique pour faire des études. Donc, quand je reviens, il est à 4 semaines de show environ. Puis 4 semaines de show, il commence à être un petit peu fatigué, un petit peu plus sans émotion. C'est ça le plus difficile un peu. Mais côté agressif ou des choses de même, rien. Il n'a jamais été comme ça. Jamais. Je pense que le plus difficile, c'est côté émotionnel un peu, parce qu'il n'y a pas d'émotion. Il est vraiment froid. Mais c'est correct, puis c'est des choses que je comprends. Puis au début, c'était vraiment difficile de comprendre ça, parce que je viens du voyage, puis moi, je vois qu'il est froid de même. C'est sûr que ça me fait un petit peu de questions à la tête. Mais on en parlait. Puis c'est ça qui est bon dans notre relation, que depuis le début, on parle toujours de tout. Il n'y a rien qui reste. Donc, on n'a jamais eu de problème avec ça. Ouais, je l'aide dans tout mon possible, dans tout que je peux. Si je vois qu'il est... Parce que je vois comme qu'il lui est fatigué. Puis il y a des choses qu'il va faire parce qu'il doit le faire. Mais si moi, je suis capable de le faire, je vais toujours le faire. Puis, il n'y a même pas besoin de me demander, ses vêtements sont déjà faits, ses choses sont déjà préparées, parce que c'est de quoi qui sort de moi. Puis ça, c'est pas juste dans la prep, c'est depuis toujours, c'est des choses que j'ai fait, puis ça me fait plaisir, les rendre la vie plus facilement. Puis encore là, en prep, qui est vraiment fatigué, je vois qu'il est pas là des fois. Donc, je suis là pour toujours l'aider.
On s'entend que moi, je te dirais que 99% des filles que je connais,
il aime pas
Justin,
tant.
c'est trop.
Ouais.
Beaucoup trop.
Ouais. Oui, je sais, mais j'aime beaucoup ça. Genre, moi, je suis addict. Genre, des fois, je le vois n'importe où, puis je prends tous ses muscles, puis j'adore. Genre, j'adore sa grandeur, puis le toucher, je suis...
Ça te fait sentir safe.
Oui, vraiment. Il travaille vraiment fort pour ce qu'il veut. J'aime beaucoup ça, puis je pourrais pas être avec quelqu'un qui est pas aussi... Il est pas aussi ambitieux que lui.
Tu reviens, puis il peut pas nécessairement genre, te donner tout son temps. Tu sais, parce qu'il y a une diète stricte à suivre, il y a des entraînements stricts à suivre. Tu sais, un bodybuilder, c'est comme 4-7. Il peut pas t'amener nécessairement au restaurant pour manger. Ça te fait difficile.
C'est sûr que la dynamique de faire des choses en couple, c'est vraiment nice. Puis en plus, quand je viens du voyage, ça fait longtemps qu'on n'est pas ensemble. Mais je comprends le processus qui est en train de passer en ce moment. Puis ça me dérange pas pantoute de ne pas aller au resto ou pas manger de quoi de cheap, mettons. Des choses comme ça. Même des fois, moi j'ai envie de manger quelque chose, puis il me dit OK, mais je vais t'en chercher. Je suis comme non, cherche-moi pas là, parce que je veux pas manger quelque chose qui lui il peut pas manger. Genre moi j'aime mieux comme être en prep en même temps que lui, manger juste c'est ce qu'on a à manger, puis pas à manger des autres choses. Puis je sortirai pas toute seule non plus, ou avec une amie ou quelque chose de même. J'aime mieux le faire avec lui, puis attendre. C'est juste un temps, puis ça me dérange pas d'attendre. Pas pantoute. Quand j'étais avec lui, j'ai vu les changements de son corps chaque jour, puis c'est fou. Genre comment que son corps il change à chaque matin, son poids monte, il descend, c'est fou. Mais là qu'on est dans le final, je suis vraiment contente j'ai vraiment hâte de voir le résultat final. Puis, je suis vraiment contente pour lui parce qu'il a fait vraiment un gros effort. Ça a été un petit peu rough à la fin. C'est quand même du travail puis du temps que tu donnes à ça. Puis, je suis vraiment contente que même si ça a été difficile puis il a été en prep, il a été capable de me donner le temps à moi. C'est pas comme si on est en off-season, c'est pas le même temps, mais je veux dire, quand il y a quelque chose, il me donne mon temps à moi. Je me fais comprendre ou non? Dans le sens que s'il voit que je file pas bien, il va venir me voir, quand même s'il est en prep, même s'il s'est fatigué, même s'il en manque 3000, n'importe quoi, il va toujours venir me parler. Puis ça, je l'apprécie beaucoup. Je sais, c'est quand même un effort à faire, là. Puis c'est ça, on attend la finale, puis on va voir c'est quoi qu'il donne, puis je suis vraiment contente.
So currently waiting for Justin. He is getting tanned at the moment. And yeah, I wasn't able to bring my camera nor even go inside to go film some stuff. The security is quite high, so I can't really get much done at the event. But trying my best. They gave me a free drink. Very good. Peach vibe from Celsius. And they also gave me a bunch of packets for electrolytes. The event is quite awesome. There's a lot to do, a lot of booths, a lot of people. So just Friday, so tomorrow's like more of a big day. So we're gonna be really focusing on the show.
So, tanning's done. Got the first coat on. We're gonna get 2 more coats tomorrow morning, so about 8 to 10, where we have to come back here and get the second and the third coat, get a lot darker. So yeah, so that's it. So today, the food was a little bit lower. We're kind of like drying out, trying to get a little bit tighter until tomorrow. So, but it's starting to look like I'm about ready to compete. It's starting to look like something. So we're almost there. We're gonna go home. We're gonna go eat another meal because we're gonna be due soon. And stay tuned. At this point, the next one would be the show day. So stay tuned for that. You guys are gonna see the final result tomorrow.
and enjoy the show. Oh, also, if you guys want to go see the live stream, we'll put the link in the YouTube so you guys can go check it out. So that could be also something. If there's people that want to actually watch it live, we'll put the link for the live stream in the caption. All right? Because that's the thing. It's logically people are just like, oh well, more calories equals more growth. It's not just about calories. It's how your body metabolizes and how it absorbs it. And a lot of things that you eat in a diet, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily intolerant, but we're not made to consume shit food. You understand? So in certain cases, I'm not saying there's no benefit in doing it. In certain cases, to give yourself a mental break, to also sometimes to kind of like give your metabolism a boot. But if you're in the off season, you're eating clean food, is there a need for it? No, I don't believe so. I think it's more so a social thing. So let's say you want to go eat sushi with your girl, you want to do that kind of stuff. It's more of a social thing than a need thing, especially if you're deep in like how much food you're eating. Now, if you're cutting, it's a little bit different, but in that case, it still applies, because then I would just give someone a high day, something that would still a clean food, just more of it to be able to like balance out metabolism and everything. So yeah, so my concept of it, and it's like, I love burgers, I love sushis, I love all that stuff, but it's not a need. It's because you want to, and you have to keep that in conception in mind. So I'm not the one who's going to be in the off season only eating clean food. That's not what's going to happen. And you guys are going to see, I think in the off season, I kind of want to do like a calorie challenge or something like that. That would be really cool for the viewers, especially post show. It's kind of like you're hungry too. So that could be cool. We could even do it in Texas.
Yeah, we could.
While we're there. Or just like, tasting some stuff, and like necessarily a challenge, but like just overall calculating our calories and just going and try some stuff out over there, because there's some restaurants we don't have in Canada,
Yeah.
So yeah, I love this stuff too, like anyone, but if people are like, oh, you need a cheat meal, you don't need a cheat meal. You don't. Even if you're in prep, you don't need a cheat meal. Like, there's no point of it, and it'll be a lot more controlled. And this is things that I see with clients as well. If I give them a high day, even if it's a super high day, it's double what they were eating and consuming in food, so it's a super, super high day, I know how much calories they're eating, I know how much fat they're eating, how much carbs, how much protein. If I give you a cheat meal, I don't know what you're eating. And I don't know how that's going to affect your body. I don't know what the sodium content is going to be. I don't know it. So that can vary in terms of fluctuation. You're throwing something in there that you just don't know what's going to happen. You could gain 10 pounds of water, and then we wake up and we're like, okay, what's the data that we actually collected here? Oh, that I gained weight by eating an uncalculated amount of food. Yeah, okay, cool, but now I don't know what to do for the rest of the prep, you understand? And now, how much time is that water is gonna stay on your body? That's another thing, right? So, at least if I have a controlled amount of food, I'll be able to say, okay, well, this much food gave me this results. Now, if I want to like move things around, give him a lower high day, then I'm gonna do that. Or if I want to give him a higher, then I'll do that, right? I can play around with something that's accurate, not something that's just like, that's just a grenade I just threw in there and then I hope it sticks.
You know how people say that like you in off season you're gonna want to like shoot yourself because of how not hungry you are, and you're just like eating and eating and eating? Is that like normal, or should you be hungry?
Well, it depends. It depends where you are in the off season. And it depends what your goal is. If your goal is to pack on a lot of size, there is going to be a point in time that you're going to be a little bit uncomfortable. Now, does it mean that you're supposed to like have diarrhea and vomit? No, but there is going to be a point where you're going to be like, okay, this is a lot of food. I'm a little bit uncomfortable. If this happens a lot more in the open, I would say, than in like classic or men's physique. But in the open, yeah, if you're trying to push food, there's going to be a point in time that you're going to need to be
at that point. Now, do I do this anymore? No, because I have a lot of weight and I don't, the weight that I'm gonna pack on is not gonna make my physique better. What's gonna make my physique better is if I make it more aesthetic. So in the off season, if I control my waist a lot more, and these are things that I talked in some of the vlogs, like doing core work, doing all that kind of stuff, but also in terms of consuming food. Like if I'm consuming a fuck ton of food, well, you know what? Like a lot of it, it's gonna be hard for you to catch up that waste once you get in prep, even though you're dieting, even though you're doing your core work, even though you're still gonna notice a difference. And I have noticed a difference. My waist was not a strong suit, and now I'm able to pull a vacuum at 300 pounds. If I'm able to do that, that's because I was very, very meticulous into my prep in my off season as well. I wasn't pushing food like crazy. I was pushing food. I'm not saying I wasn't uncomfortable at times, but what I will say in terms of like, for general thought, if you are hungry on your diet, it's a good sign. It's not a bad sign. It's not because you're losing muscle. It's because you're very efficient at absorbing what you eat. Yeah. That's mostly what it is. So if you're trying to gain weight and you're eating 4,000 calories a day and you're hungry, it doesn't mean you need more food. It might at one point. If you're literally tightening up, then you might need more food, but that's a good sign that, okay, your metabolism is running this, that, and then when you add more food, then there might be a period where you're going to be a little bit uncomfortable, and then you're going to go back to being hungry, right? Yeah. So that is like a perfect scenario, and we saw it with Nick was the same thing. We kind of adjusted things, and then we pushed the food a little bit, then he's like, okay, I'm a little bit satiated, and then 2-3 weeks later, he's like, yo, I'm hungry again. It's like, well, that's a good sign. That means you're packing on more muscle. The body needs more food, and it's sending ghrelin signals so that we're saying, okay, now we can add a little bit more food. And then usually what I do with Nick is that I see, okay, is he tightening up? Is he retaining water? So then when I see that he's tightening up and he's getting a lot more hungry, boom, we bump up the food again. So it's just a push and pull thing. It's not just, okay, hungry, then just eat more food. There's genetic outliers, okay? I'm not saying there's not genetic outliers. I was one of them when I was very young. At one point, I was trying to pack on some size. I was still on abs, and I was eating a ton of food, and I was cheating on my diet. It was part of the plan, but I mean, like, I was still cheating once in a while. In that case, it's a little bit different, because then it's like, okay, how much clean food can you actually yield? But I do, now looking back on it and now knowing more of what I know now and seeing how efficient it is in terms of coaching, efficient it is in terms of my own body, I do think that there's not necessarily a point in always being in the state of pushing food. I think there's a point in time that you have to understand, like, how am I actually absorbing what I'm eating? And you know, that's mostly what I see for most guys. They just think that because they're off season, they need to push the food like crazy. And I've had these conversations with clients. People are so scared of losing muscle. You're not losing muscle.
Well, I was.
Yeah, but you're not.
I'm not. I'm really not.
Like it's really hard to lose muscle. It's really, really, really hard. So if you lose muscle in your head, you probably don't even have enough muscle to lose, like, to be honest, you know? So you're not losing muscle. The point is, like, making sure that you're in a state where you can absorb food properly. And I've had guys that are not necessarily fat. They start off, they think they're in great off-season shape, and they're not. And then when I pull their food down, when I start, they're like, oh, well, I'm going to lose muscle like this. You're not going to lose muscle. You're going to lose water that you already had, and you're going to lose fat. And then once you get to the point where we're really efficient to absorbing food, then we're going to start bumping up the food. And now what you're going to be eating, you're going to be way more hungry, and you're going to look way better, way bigger, way fuller with the same food you were eating when you were fat. But now you're using the food properly. That's the difference. So yeah, that's it.
Hell yeah.